Happy Halloween! Welcome to a tricky Halloween episode of the best beverage that are in these glasses. And the biggest trick is my shirt lies. I'm not drinking bourbon neat. I do have Kentucky bourbon in one of these, but it's not going to be neat. It's mixed with sugar and bitters. But that's a good way to do it. That's an old-fashioned way to make a cocktail. So yeah, the trick is I got two sets of cocktails. I got an old-fashioned and I got a Negroni. Talking about over-the-counter ready cocktails, pre-made, you open a can, put it in. Yes, this will be a YouTube reaction video. There are tons of YouTube reaction videos about how wonderful canned and pre-made cocktails are. And no, that's sarcasm, they are. They tend to be awful. When you think of it, it's $5 for this little can. There's no way you were gonna go out to a bar and drink anything that tasted decent. They did come into vogue. We've always had some kind of form of pre-made cocktail, but thanks to, that thing that happened a few years back where everyone was stuck at home, they couldn't make cocktails. These kind of got, they couldn't go out and buy a cocktail.
Okay.
You had to make it at home.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and pick on the old-fashioned one. Seems really lazy. Let's look at 3 ingredients. Whiskey. Odds are anyone watching this had bourbon or whiskey at the house. Sugar. Pretty sure you had sugar bitters. Yeah, this one makes no sense. Now the Negroni, and this one cracks me up. It's dry gin, and to use the one I made at home to make sure I don't bias myself, I use Beefeater because I make enough with the Castle and Key. I think I would be able to pick out the taste. Vermouth, and they wouldn't even call it Campari. It's just red bitters. So did they use Campari or just say red? Too funny. So I kind of get that. Most people, if you start learning about cocktails and want to make some at home, you'll probably end up having to get Campari and sweet vermouth. And it doesn't even say sweet vermouth. It just says vermouth. I just noticed that. So I get the Negroni if you want to make it at home and try and see if but it's still also $5. I don't know which is which. The director who is supporting the main star, I wonder if you can even hear him purring. That would be kind of cool if you could. He's pretty happy. I don't know which is which. I'm going to start with the old fashioned. And no, that didn't do any garnishes on these. I went just neutral spirits. It's a cocktail. We'll see. Which one do I dislike more?
You don't like an old fashioned?
Oh God, there's something. Something about one. It just chemically, and the problem is I've poured these and I don't want to be wrong, so maybe the trick's on me. Full disclosure, I use a just simple syrup, bitters, Angostura and orange, and 101. So Wild Turkey 101. That one's nice. This one just has some chemically.
Okay, you're gonna.
I'm gonna have to choose. Maybe I just one drink this morning. I don't like the Town Branch.
Okay, the Alltag, is it the Alltag?
Yeah, the Alltag.
That is a can.
That's canned. Yeah, there's good. It's just something, it tastes canned. The bitter on that, it tastes canned, artificial, processed, metallic in the mouth. I don't really, well, in their defense, I don't know what they use. They use whiskey. What does that mean? Do they use Canadian whiskey? Did they use bourbon? Did they use rye? Did they use the Lincoln County method, Tennessee whiskey? I don't know. No, no. A nice blend between the orange bitters. Maybe that's why I might have cheated myself, because it just says bitters, but you typically do put orange bitters. It just balanced, better taste, tastes cheap and metallic, and tastes nasty.
All right, one down.
Negroni. So, once again, understand the Negroni, but if you want to start making cocktails at home, you probably need to invest. First impressions, I'm not digging I think it's the Barstone Bourbon Company glass. It doesn't seem as off as those two. That one was just really, but it's tasting a little metallic. Yeah, but that's thin. The Wild Turkey just tastes a little thinner, a little sweeter than I really think it should. Overly sweet, processed sugary. The Wild Turkey's the can.
Is what?
The can.
Yes, you are correct.
Yeah, that's too sweet.
And we should note that when he says Wild Turkey, people, this is the glasses.
This is the glass, yes. That's why we could differentiate. It's just too sweet. It's better than the Old Fashioned. I'll give it that. It's still not good by any stretch of the line. And I don't think they use Campari. This is bitter, bold. I do think if I put the Castle and Key in, that would have been a little too easy. So the trick is, well, at least I didn't trick myself, but treat yourself. Make your own cocktails at home. Okay, the reaction video, I want to go back to the Old Fashioned one. Yeah, this one's garbage. I mean, no, have a taste. And the Old Fashioned is the director's drink of choice. She likes a Negroni, but.
No, I think I've had an Old Fashioned from every good bartender in Lexington.
Yeah. And the Negroni's not. Yeah, that's a great reaction video there. It's just, it tastes canned. I don't know what name.
Oh, the canned. Okay.
Yeah, the canned Negroni isn't awful. It's just too sweet.
Yes, that's like
It's very sugary. It's very made for the mass. But think about it. These are all also shelf stable. So who knows what ingredients they do put in. And once again, if you went out and bought a $5 Negroni, I feel very comfortable a $5 Negroni is going to taste like that if you wouldn't got it at a bar. It would not be pleasant. Because you're not getting Campari, you're not getting good vermouth, and it just says dry gin, so. But yeah, go back to it. It's drinkable. That's not drinkable.
No, people, it is not
that's
drinkable.
Hot garbage. That's drinkable. It's just not right. I think I can introduce people who don't like bitters. You could kind of ease them into that because they don't like bitter drinks, but then they're not drinking a Negroni. No, that's right. The orange, the darkness of the sugar, the bourbon, that's all blended well. The bite, I mean, Campari has a bite, and you have to have it. It's a, red bitter, but there is some sweetness in that vermouth, and the gin kind of makes it all play well together. Yeah. Don't. They are $5. You get what you pay for. Well, don't. Sugar, you have sugar at the house. Go buy a bottle of bitters. They're not expensive. And I feel comfortable everyone has some kind of whiskey at the house. Bourbon or rye preferable, but yeah, I could see Canadian. Who knows? Whiskey, it could have been Irish. I wouldn't do an Irish whiskey or Scotch on this. Negroni, don't go ahead and buy some vermouth, buy some red bitters. If you want to start making cocktails at home, you're going to have to invest in it anyway. And as we described a few weeks ago, and we will hit red bitters, Campari. I think that's the main difference. Campari just is not a red bitter. It's Campari. I wouldn't be surprised if they did it. Ooh, I wonder if they did Aperol in that instead, because Aperol is a light, sweeter. We'll discuss that in a couple weeks, because there are two types of orange, i.e. red bitters that Italy produces, and only one goes in the Negroni and only one's like this. So treat yourself, make a cocktail at home. Don't trick yourself with hot garbage. I will see you guys in a couple weeks. This is a great way to talk Negronis, because we're probably going to talk red/orange bitters and talk the brand names and go over the brand names here in a few weeks. Be careful out there. Don't trick yourself by Uber is cheap, Lyft is cheap, especially compared to a DUI. Be smart about it. We are a drinking channel, but these are at home. So if you want to do it at home, smart, invest. If you're going to go out and about and have fun on Halloween, make sure the ride home is fun. You wake up at home the next morning, not somewhere you don't want to be. I will see you guys in a couple weeks. Treat yourself to real cocktails, not fees. And if you're going to spend $5, don't be surprised you get what you pay for. And yeah, I've never heard of Tip Top, but it was the only ones that really had in the right size for the price. There are other brands. I probably could have paid more, but odds are they're still not going to taste like what you make at the house with the brand names. See you in a couple weeks. Be careful. Happy Halloween. Hit that like, hit the subscribe, comment on it. Enjoy. Have fun with Halloween. See you in a few weeks.